Everyone, welcome to another episode with Chelsea Brianna J. Today I am going to be sharing how weeks 1 through 4 of pregnancy went for me, the symptoms that I experienced, and the red flags, and all of those things that kind of, told me, hey girl, this may be it. Okay. Currently I am 14 weeks pregnant, but I promised that I would keep you guys abreast of my journey, and I really, well, we really do want you to be able to follow along on this journey to baby Johnson. And today I am feeling really, really wacky at week 14. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it authentic here. That's all I'm gonna give you, authenticity. And I feel really wacky today. In my body, I feel kind of good. I mean, good for the most part. Like, I don't have any complaints, but like here and emotionally, I just feel wacky. I feel a little off. Like, I don't feel like myself. So I'm really trying to push through. And I said, while I'm pushing through, let me go ahead and break out weeks 1 through 4 of pregnancy for the people, to keep my word. And on top of that, like, before I became pregnant, I was always like obsessed with pregnancy vlogs and pregnancy related videos. And that's been like that since year 2015, 2016. And it wasn't because I wanted to become pregnant. In fact, I didn't even know I wanted to have children until after I got married, and I knew, if I had ever had children, I definitely wanted to be married for a solid 2 to 3 years. And, God pretty much answered my prayers. And so when I was watching it back then, it was just like pure fascination. And so to be in this very moment where I'm actually sharing a pregnancy vlog, it is just so surreal for me right now, okay? So I'm really excited. But if I tend to seem like I'm just like out of it, then forgive me, because I'm just in week 14, and week 14 is giving me all types of wackiness, okay? So we just gonna go with it. I wrote on this card, my pregnancy notes and everything, because I will say pregnancy brain is real, and I tend to forget things at times since I've been pregnant. And I found that the most efficient thing for me to do is to just write down things so that I can communicate what's going on. And we're going to go ahead and get started. And before I get started, I just want to go ahead and encourage you to pause the video right now and like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Push that subscribe button, because I want you to really be able to feel this journey out with us and just come on over into the family, all right? So now for weeks 1 and 2, I felt normal PMS symptoms, mostly bloat, gas, constipation, and tender chi-chis. And, so honestly, nothing was alarming about that for me. It just felt like normal PMS. Like, it happens all the time. And the first flag, though, the first flag that popped into my mind was, okay, it's been like 5 days now, and the tender chi-chis hasn't stopped. Like, I'm waking up every morning sore, I walk down the stairs sore, and I'm like, something is a little weird about this, because when it's just PMS for me, it only lasts for about 2 days at the most. So to have it going on for 5 days consecutively, I had a little red flag. There was a little red flag there, but I overlooked it because I was like, yo, nah, I'm not even worried about it. This isn't it. And then also in weeks 1 and 2, I felt, okay, let me say this before I talk about whatever I felt. The day after, and this could be TMI, but welcome to pregnancy updates and pregnancy vlogs. Like, it's gonna be some TMI up in here, okay? The day after we baby danced, I guess you could say, and we weren't trying to make a baby, but we baby danced. And the day after we baby danced, actually the very next morning, early morning after, it was around 6 or 6, yeah, around 5 or 6 or so, and I was headed to work, and I was driving, and I felt this huge, huge weird flip in my belly, and I was just like, what is that? Because it was something that I never experienced before, something that I wasn't expecting. It's just a regular morning for me, and I'm just like, what is, okay, that was weird. And I had just finished praying and talking to God, in the car before I felt this huge weird like flip in my belly. So I was just like, okay, man, things are getting a little strange here. That's how I was. And also, I was having, the normal PMS type of cramps in my belly. So it was just like, man, it's almost time for Aunt Flo to come through and do what she does, and I'm not ready, and I'm not looking forward to it. Like, that's what I was feeling. So I was ready for all of Aunt Flo. And that was weeks 1 and 2. Now, in weeks 3 and 4, I experienced hip aches, which was strange because I was like, okay, I know that I know that I won't be young forever. I know that I am aging, but why do I have hip aches? Because at the time I was 28, right? I recently had a birthday, so I'm like 29. Woo, woo, yeah. Why am I having hip aches though? Like, I was perplexed. So I was having hip aches on both sides. It was just weird. And then I had some more stomach cramping. It was like mild stomach cramping. And on top of that, I had pelvic cramping, which is something I do not get. Not with PMS symptoms. So I was experiencing pelvic cramping in conjunction with stomach cramping. And I knew something was up. And then the hip aches. So I knew something is in the air. But I still wasn't really... I was still in denial. I was like, nah, this can't be it. Because I never wanted to be that person where I was like making up pregnancy symptoms. So I had hip aches, stomach cramping, pelvic cramping, and then I had a thirst out of this world. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, like a gallon of the Nile River couldn't quench it. Like, I don't know what was going on. It was a thirst out of this world, and it was accompanied with a metallic taste. Like, whenever I would drink anything, most other times, and then sometimes when I would eat things, but mostly it was only when I was drinking things where I would experience this metallic taste, and I was just like, okay, this is weird. And it's like, why can't I drink enough water? Like, why am I so thirsty? Like, I can't be dehydrated. Like, I drink crazy water all the time. Like, what's going on? And this was all in weeks 3 and 4 when I started noticing this. And then I began to, when I saw this happen, I knew something just wasn't right. My left side of my face began to just break out. Like, I was just breaking out all over my left side. It wasn't like one friend, two friend, which is, common for me. I have like 1 or 2 friends, during my PMS days. And then all of a sudden, it's like this whole left side was just like breaking out. And I didn't know what was going on because I hadn't done anything different in my diet. Still eat the same, still drinking my water, going to sleep, so I really didn't know what was going on. But I think the most or the most major red flag for me was the fact that even though all of this was going on, I was not having any mood swings, and that is so not common for me. When I'm experiencing PMS, my mood swings are crazy, okay? Crazy, but This time I was just like, yo, wait a minute, I haven't had any mood swings. What's going on? That's how common they are for me. Like I expect a mood swing. Like it's what's up. I'm ready to go toe to toe with you mood swings. But during these weeks, 3 and 4, I wasn't experiencing any of that. So I knew then, all right, Chelsea, this might be something. Okay? This might be something, because there is no way you should not be having mood swings at this point. Um, I was very calm. I was just so unbothered. Like nothing mattered. Nothing could get to me. I was just unbothered to the highest degree, and all I wanted to do was to be around family that entire time. Like I just wanted to be around family, and then also. All right, so also during weeks 3 and 4, I peeped some red flags during my workout sessions. I like always incorporate 10 little sit-ups, right? 10 sit-ups, nothing major. I always incorporate that in my workouts. But I noticed that my entire abdominal area was just like on fire. It was on fire, and that wasn't normal for me. Like, how you on fire for 10 after 10 little sit-ups? Like, I just knew, man. By this time, I was just like, yo, should I start talking to DJ now about some things that I've been feeling or what? Because my body's acting a little funny, acting like a little stranger right now. But like my abs were on fire for like the next 2 days after my workout. And so when that happened, I immediately cut the sit-ups out. I kept working out. And I still work out now at 14 weeks. Nothing intense, but enough to keep my blood circulating and all of those good things. But I immediately cut those sit-ups out, because I knew I wasn't going to be going through that pain. And then at that time, I was just like, for me to be feeling like this, I don't know if this is safe. So let me just go ahead and chop. By this time, I still hadn't experienced any mood swings. Like, I think that's what was throwing me the most. I wasn't having any mood swings. And I was experiencing consistent back and stomach spasms. And I really just didn't understand that. Like, I would find it hard at night to really sleep with ease and comfort, because I was like waking up with spasms everywhere, and that was just different. And I could not sleep on my belly, or that would just get really uncomfortable for me. I was just like, man, it sure does feel really tight here. It feels really tight. And I was getting a little nervous because, like I said, I hadn't switched up my diet. I eat pretty well. I drink water. I do what you're supposed to do. I get my workouts in. So I was really getting nervous. And I just like, something's not right. My belly's feeling tight. I'm having back and stomach spasms. What is going on? And then the final straw for me was what happened the night before the morning. Hopefully that makes sense. What happened the night before the morning that I tested. Okay? I hope you can follow me there. So what happened was, I was sleeping, and in a dream appears one of my distant cousins. And she decides to visit me, and she shows up and tells me, hey girl, hey cuz, I'm pregnant and I'm having a boy. And I just thought, okay, something wild is happening here. And I'm thinking, why is she coming all the way, to me over here visiting me to tell me she's pregnant and she's having a boy and all of these things. Now, this is great. I'm so happy for you. And I was so happy for her in the dream. But it was odd to me, because I knew some of the activities that had been going on with myself, okay, in my body. So I thought that was really strange. And I knew then, all right, girl, you need to go ahead and take a test. and you need to go ahead and take a test. And Unflow wasn't due yet. I think I still had like a couple more days until Unflow was due. But I just, after that dream, it confirmed every other thing that had happened. And I was like, all right, this may be that time where I might need a test for real and stop playing. So I did. And lo and behold, it was positive. It was positive. So that's weeks 1 through 4. I'm going to be coming, with weeks 8 through 12, because I'm trying to put them in batches. So, I don't want to do a week by week until I probably get into that 3rd trimester. And currently, like I said, I'm in my 2nd trimester now. Praise God. Week 14, I'm actually going to have our ultrasound done tomorrow, and hopefully the technicians will be able to determine the gender. We were told that could happen, so hopefully, cross your fingers, prayers up. Hopefully we'll be able to see the gender. All right, so my little bump of a situation here. Okay, so let me fix myself together, child. All right, guess I need to stay on the floor, like so. I don't know if it's bloat or if it's actually a pop. Don't know if it's bloat or real pop, but I know it's consistent. Don't know if it's bloat, don't know if it's a pop, but I know it's consistent. And I know that it gets uncomfortable. I know that it's hard for me to breathe. I'm not gonna say hard for me to breathe, but it's hard for me to do some things that I used to do without, having to practice my breathing and stuff. And I'm just like, yo, I don't know if this is bloat or if this is a real pop, but it's consistent. Whatever it is, it's consistent. So anyways, thank you for taking the time out to hear this little story out. If you like this, again, make sure you hit that like button, and I'm going to continue to bring more of these updates. And until next time, like always, man, peace, love, and light.